Hello everybody and welcome to my guide to Battlin Boxers. Last night Dkayed revealed the new support for the Archetype is coming in the April selection pack. Today I'll tell you all about the new cards, show you a combo with the deck, and at the end there is a clip going through the deck list. But before we get into it, consider leaving a like on the video if I helped you out today and subscribe for more content in the future. Battlin Boxers is a level 4 warrior deck that mainly uses Xyz monsters. The build I have for you today is a pure variant, but you can also combine Battlin Boxers with Infernobles if you want to extend your plays. I felt this made the deck too bricky and vulnerable to hand traps, so I went with the pure strategy. It's a mid-range build that tries to set up a decent board through a consistent combo. Nothing too fancy, it sets up a couple of negates and some floaters. The Archetype will receive 7 new cards and they're all pretty solid. Let's go through them. Promoter is essentially Rescue Rabbit for Battlin Boxers. It can tribute itself to special 2 boxers from the deck. It can also banish itself from the graveyard to modulate our levels, which gives us access to our rank 5s. Uppercutter is basically Stratos. On summon it searches either a boxer or a counter trap with counter in its name. The main target for this is Flamwell Counter, a spell and trap negate. If Uppercutter is sent to the graveyard, we can special summon a Battlin Boxer from the graveyard or set one of our counter traps. And these effects are exclusive once per turn, but we can detach Uppercutter on the opponent's turn to make use of both effects. Sheaf Second has 2 effects. First, if it's on the field, it gives us an extra normal, and this can be used to extend our combo. The second effect is a hand trap effect. If the opponent declares an attack and we have a warrior or fire monster on the field, we can special summon Sheaf Second, negate the attack, and then banish one monster until the end phase. This is a very good card, both an extender and a hand trap with removal, what's not to love. Moving over to the spells, we have Ring Announcer. It can special summon a Battlin Boxer from our hand and then destroy back row up to the amount of Xyz monsters we control. It's not fantastic in a best of 1 and I just prefer running Duster. Cross Counter, it's a monster negate with destruction with the added effect that we have to destroy a Battlin Boxer or numbers Xyz on our side of the field, but if we do, we can special summon a Battlin Boxer from our extra deck. A counter trap monster negate with destruction is obviously pretty good, especially since we can search it with the next card. King Dempsey. Dempsey on summon lets us search a level 4 or lower fire warrior or a Battlin Boxer spell or trap. It also has a quick effect to protect our boxer from targeting effects. Our usual target for the search is Cross Counter. And the final card being added to the Archetype is General Kaiser. It can detach 2 to negate a special summon and destroy the offending card, and that's an inherent summon like Fenrir or an extra deck summon. It's a rank 5, so it's kind of difficult for us to get into it. Promoter can of course modulate our levels, and Cross Counter can summon it by its destruction effect. Neither of those feel great though, because you need 3 level 5s to summon it, which means we can't do it consistently off Promoter alone, and it needs to attach 2 materials for its effect, and Cross Counter only gives us 1. I have seen people running rank up magic spells to get better access to this card, but I don't feel the consistency hit and dropping hand traps is worth it. So that's the new cards in the Battlin Boxer Archetype. Now I'm just gonna rapid fire some cards to wrap up the list. We run 1 of each of Glassjaw, Shadow, and Switch Hitter. They come up at times but aren't as powerful as the new cards. And we have Sakitama for easier access to our rank 4s. And we run 3 Sparer, which is an easy free special summon. Small World for better consistency. Using Ash as a bridge, we can go from any Battlin Boxer in hand to any Battlin Boxer in deck. And this deck can make use of Shifter. We do miss out on the resummon of Promoter on the opponent's turn, but that's pretty much it, and it isn't a huge loss. I struggled to find a room for it, so I ended up cutting it, but that's something for you to consider. In the extra, we just have a basic rank 4 pool and the Battlin Boxers. Let's take a look at a 1-card combo with the deck. So for this combo, we're going to need a Promoter in hand or a way to get to it, Small World or Rote Up. We begin by summoning Promoter and using its effect to tribute itself and summon 2 cards. We're going for Uppercutter and 1 more Boxer. In this line, it doesn't really matter what we pick, but if we had an additional Boxer in hand, we'd summon Sheaf Second instead of Glassjaw. Then we use Uppercutter's effect to search Flamwell Counter. Then we take the monsters, Xyz into King Dempsey, and use its effect to search Cross Counter. And that's it for our turn. I think this is one of the shortest combos I've ever covered. So we just set everything, turn our toggle to on, and pass the turn. In the opponent's draw phase, we use Dempsey to detach the Uppercutter, which will trigger in the graveyard to resummon the Promoter. And that's pretty much it when it comes to Battlin Boxers. With this setup we have 2 negates and plenty of hand traps. We can extend this combo further if we open more Boxers. But that's all the time that I have. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.